Welcome everybody to Hobson Fieldhouse for the 2021 Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association All-Star Game. You see there, Team White versus Team Blue, a roster that is loaded on both sides with college talent, and VYPE Media is proud to bring you this game this afternoon from Fort Bend ISD's Hobson Fieldhouse. I'm Joshua Cook, managing editor of VYPE Media, and we are excited to be bringing you this game about 33 minutes from tip-off here this afternoon. It's going to be a good game between these two teams. We got rosters, we got college commitments, we got coach interviews, player interviews, the whole 9 yards coming your way in this pregame show, and then throughout the game we'll have special guests joining me just to my right here on VYPE Media. We'll step away for a second. We'll have some special guests coming up next. We'll have player introductions and much more as we count you down to tip-off of the 2021 Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association All-Star Game here on VYPE.com.
Parents, mom, dad, if you could come down as well with your daughter. Thank you.
Hey, what if I go into do the debate?
Made the player introductions here on VYPE.com.
The game's live stream. During the game, post-game, pre-game. So thank you, VYPE, for coming out. We have text stream. They provided the programs. Each kid, y'all are going to get a copy of the program. We have a digital copy, a QR code at the top that you can go scan and download the program that way. We're accepting donations to that if you'd like to donate. All Out Graphics, they provided the shirts for these kids. Girls, turn around. Show them a little person position on the back. They provided the shirts. They got their names on them. So the 2021 All-Star shirts. BSN provided these awesome little uniforms. They really good shot. So thanks, Michelle, for being on that. And JP Morgan and Associates, they helped fund some of the things we got going on, as well as the cool stuff that we got this year. 2 more shout-outs. Deb Miles, she's the Associate Athletic Director here at Fort Bend. She invited us 24/7 to do a big round of applause. ready. Ricewell is volunteering their services for this event, and so we're just thankful for them. We're going to go ahead and let Coach Troy, the West Side head coach, who's going to be our PA announcer, who's amazing on the mic. He's going to keep you entertaining all afternoon. We're going to start with player introductions. Play players start with blue team first, team first. You'll come out with your mom, coach. Come take a picture right here. As soon as coach announces your name. Hold on one second. Okay. Thank you all again for being here.
All right, let's hear it again for everybody. Good luck. I'm going to read these names. I didn't hear a little earlier. I'm going to say names so forth. I was on late today since I messed up later on my whole page and I apologize. Team Blue, wearing jersey number 1, Gia Adams, from Jersey Village. And she's going to Tennessee State. Each player will walk out and show your side a little time in this game. Also for Team Blue, wearing number 2, Malaysia Johnson. School compensation. Coach. Player number 3, Danae Williams, School Shadow League. The opposing team. College is on the side. Number 4, Kamari Portel, Magnolia West. And she's going to UT Marine Basin.
All right, as you see the blue team being introduced right now. I'm actually, oh my goodness, look who's made their way into the broadcast booth here. It's Derek Dushek of VYPE Media. He's got to take his mask off and everything. And well, Derek, VYPE, very proud to be partnered with the Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association, bringing this
amazing talent pool here in Houston. We're looking at a roster today. There's probably another 50-plus girls that are going to go on to play college basketball at the D2, D3, D1 level that you haven't mentioned.
Yeah.
It's just an incredible place to watch girls basketball.
Exactly, and you know what you Matt started, you and Matt Malatesta started. I mean, so many years ago. We just did. I think this year's 13th edition of the VYPE Basketball Preview magazine, and that project has gotten bigger and bigger every year. And I've been with VYPE now for 4 years, and it's just so much fun putting together that basketball magazine because not like we put so much time, and people wonder about the cover, right? Who goes on the cover? And there's been NBA draft prospects. We just had the #1 WNBA draft prospect
that we featured as an 8th grader.
Featured as an 8th grader, and she was on the cover twice. Which I have to go back and ask Matt, why did you not put her on the cover every single year? I'm just wondering.
Right.
For the people, I'm wondering. But I mean, you know, and then Quentin Grimes, he was on that same collar. He's got a chance to get drafted in the NBA this year. Carson Edwards, he's been featured. Fabian White's been featured on the cover. I mean, you have to probably go back and look through these covers and go, oh my gosh, I mean, the talent that this city has, and then just to narrow it down to those 5 or 6 kids that we pick.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is when we do a preview like that, our audience may not realize the area that we cover, and it extends from Willis down to Galveston and from Fulshear out to Baytown, and when you blend in all private and public schools, it's about probably close to 200 schools. And so it's really difficult at times to kind of handpick who gets the invite to attend that media day and that photo shoot, and then narrow it down to the top 4 or 5 players, both boys and girls, to grace the cover of VYPE magazine.
Yeah,
but we love doing it.
Oh my gosh,
love doing it. The magazines are a little old school, but in a digital age, it's still a fan favorite, and people will move mountains to be inside that magazine.
Oh, they literally start emailing me at the end of the season about next year's magazine already, being a part of it.
Oh, yeah.
The other part about this too is we get to see a lot of these girls in the preseason events that you put together, these preseason shootouts, where we get to see them before the season. One of those girls we saw was Kaya Wynn, who is going to Tennessee, had an amazing season, averaged 30 points a game, was first team all VYPE. How much fun do you have putting together those kinds of events where you get to see these girls before the regular season even starts?
They're actually my favorite. I love them. And to your point, we do get kind of a sneak peek of what those teams are going to look like before the ball is tipped. And we understand it's preseason. Sometimes there's some injuries or they've got some other commitments where they can't be there. But we started the preseason shootout, I think 4 years ago, and I think the first year had about 12 teams, and last year we had near 40, and that number will continue to grow. They come out, they get 2 games in one day, and much like our media day, the girls basketball community just comes together.
Yeah.
And these are athletes that compete against one another on the grassroots AAU circuit. They hang up that jersey, put on their school jersey, and compete. So I love it. Can't wait to do it again in September.
It's a lot of fun, and like he said, September, and before you know it, we'll be working on the 2021 VYPE Houston Basketball Preview Magazine. Who could be on the cover of that one? I don't know yet. That's a months-long question. We have a couple other previews.
You've got volleyball and football to worry about before you get to that one.
I've got to worry about those two citywide previews before we get to that one. Before we let you go and enjoy this great All-Star game, any final word from the VYPE Media team or from our VYPE Media family?
No, just to echo what I mentioned earlier, just to be affiliated with this fantastic game, and the fact that the GBA reached out to us and said, hey, will you be the official media partner, meant a lot to us, and it was a real simple answer when Coach Alexander called me. It was yes, no-brainer. So just thankful to be here and glad we're streaming the game and looking forward to watching some good basketball.
It should be a lot of fun. He is Derek Dushek. He is the man, the myth, the legend at VYPE Media. Hey, thanks for the time, and go enjoy the game.
You bet, Josh. Thank you.
All right, we continue player introductions as you see them there on your screen in front of that beautiful GBA background. Amber Williams of Cy Springs being introduced there. She's in the progress of making that college decision right now. Great season for her. She was part of that Cy Springs District Championship this past season. First team All-District, TABC All-Region, and All-Greater Houston girls basketball team as well. There's Rory Harmon. We talked about the myth, the legend herself. 3 out of the last 4 years. She has taken this team to the state tournament in Cy Creek. She put those hook'em horns up because she's heading to the University of Texas, and we'll talk about her accolades throughout this broadcast. Back-to-back district MVP, all-academic, all-district, TABC, all-region, TABC, all-state tournament team, Max Preps Player of the Year this year as well. Abby Bala, you see her there from Cinco Ranch, 18.3 points per game this season. Her role models are her parents. Her favorite person, if she could spend one day with, it would be Kobe Bryant. Wouldn't we all like to have spent a day with Kobe Bryant? Brianna Peguero, you see her making her way in now as we continue to take those pictures and get ready to rock and roll here at this one. Little delay here in the action, but Peguero, talk about her. First team All-District this past season, TGCA first team All-State. Her favorite food is pizza, and favorite movie is Love and Basketball. I'm pretty sure every basketball player's favorite movie is Love and Basketball. Is that like from 1991? Is that movie that old?
I'd go with Hoosiers.
Go with Hoosiers. That's a classic. Derek Dushek said he would go with Hoosiers, which is a classic. I mean, yes, it is. It was pretty cool. As we continue the player introductions here. As we continue to work through the roster here. Got out of order a little bit, I believe, at one point. Oh, we're all the way up to 21. I'm a little behind here. Elia Ellis being introduced. And the next is going to be... Yeah, they got out of order here on the numbers here. I'm all over the place. I should just let the PA announcer take this one. There we go. Jessica Lynn is coming on your screen now at Bridgeland High School. 515 points this past season, puts her over 1,000 for her illustrious career. Favorite food is chicken parmesan. Role model is her parents. Someday she would like to take a trip to Moraine Lake in Canada. Favorite movie is High School Musical and The Bee Movie. That's two solid Saturday afternoon movies. I'm just saying, if you want some OG Zac Efron in High School Musical, I know that's on Derek Dushek's playlist.
Top 3 for sure.
Top 3. It's number 1 on your playlist. Let's not mess with the people. She's a GHAGBA All-Star participant, of course. 2021 All-VYPE third team member. MVP of Bridgeland High School the last 3 years. And has just had an amazing career. There's Shanna Petty walking off. She went to Westside High School. Great career for her. Favorite food is seafood. Her role models are her mom and her grandma. She wants to take a trip to Bora Bora. Her favorite movie is The Princess and the Frog. That's also my 3-year-old daughter's favorite movie, just letting you know. Princess and the Frog is a classic. And she wants a 1986 or 1968 Ford Mustang as her favorite car. Derek Dushek wants one of those cars too. Yeah. Walking off there was Taylor Jackson of Cy Creek. What a great job and career she's had at Cypress Creek. And then Alicia Blanton is going to be your final one here coming on screen. Foster High School, heading to the University of Louisiana Lafayette. 5'10" forward. She averaged 13.3 points, 7.5 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists, 4.6 steals, and 7 blocks. That's a line. I mean, when you talk about a line in high school basketball, that's impressive. Her favorite food, shrimp Alfredo. She would like to spend a day with Oprah, like to take a trip to Jamaica, and her favorite movie is Poetic Justice. So those are your All-Stars this afternoon as we continue to count down to tip-off. 9 minutes and 40 seconds until we get this one tipped off here from Hobson Fieldhouse. Can't forget the managers today. Earlier, Serena Lindke of Magnolia West was honored. She's heading to Weatherford College. The other manager for Team White is Marquise Arline out of Atascocita. Your 2 managers for this GHA GBA All-Star game. Then let's also meet your coaches as well for this afternoon. Your coaches, first for Team Blue is Melissa Fields out of Klein Kane. This will be actually her final game to coach as a high school basketball coach. She is retiring at the end of this year. We'll read a little bit about her. Coach Fields is a graduate of Groom High School and played collegiate ball at Odessa College. After fulfilling that dream, she transferred to Stephen F. Austin State University. She's actually going to be honored here at midcourt in a second. She's coached for 30 years, which includes stints at Zavala High School, Central Heights High School, Yoakum High School, Terry High School, and then Klein Kane High School. She has taught physical education, biology, life science, and health throughout her years. Melissa has coached numerous other sports, including volleyball, tennis, cross country, track, and softball. We'll go to center court where Melissa Fields is being honored right now as the head coach of Team Blue, and also as she is riding off into the sunset here, she is going to be honored here in a second by GHABA. There you see Jennifer Alexander heading out, presenting Melissa Fields a glass placard. 30 years in coaching. What a career by Melissa Fields as she wrapped up at Klein Kane High School. So I believe that's all of the pregame festivities. Let's take a break. We'll step away for a second, tell you a little bit more about VYPE Media and all that we offer over at VYPE. And we will be back with the starting five for both teams as both teams are getting ready to warm up here at Hobson Fieldhouse in Fort Bend ISD. It is the Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association All-Star Game. They are getting ready to rock and roll here from Fort Bend ISD on VYPE.
Vlog number one. Well, first off, thank you for being here. Jordan battles leaps over the defender.
Crosby's second state championship appearance.
Baytown, Texas for the 51st time. How does that sound? Welcome back, everybody. I'm now joined, by the myth, the legend herself, Coach Alexander of Cypress Creek High School and the president of the Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association. Coach, just what does it mean to this organization to be able to have an all-star game in 2021 after everything that we've been through in the past year?
You know, after last year, not being able to have one, in this class, I couldn't think of a better class to kind of jumpstart it back up again. The talent here is just incredible. I think one of the most talented groups we've seen through Houston pretty much ever. So,
we know how much talent there is in the city of Houston, and when we put the magazine together, but for the committee, how hard was it to pick for this team? Because we put together an all VYPE team, which is hard enough. Y'all had to put together teams to actually play this game.
Yeah, it was challenging in the fact we had 60 nominations, which is one of the highest nominations that we've had that I'm aware of. So we had 60 kids to choose from. There are 60 kids that probably could have played in this game and made. The committee did a great job. The committee did a great job. The committee's represented from coaches all around the city, southeast, north, and west. So just getting through and numbers speak for themselves pretty much with these kids.
And two of these kids really, really well. It's Rory Harmon and Kendall Hunter. We've talked about this over the years. 4-year varsity starters. I think all VYPE every year. Players of the year, 3 times to the state tournament, 2 times to the state finals. What have these two young ladies meant to this program and just to you personally?
They're wonderful kids and wonderful humans, aside from being, great basketball players, they're just good kids and kids that you want to be a part of your program, and you want to just be a part of their lives as well. I'm super excited for their next journey. I'm going to miss the heck out of them, not just on the court, but off the court as well. But I'm super excited for their journey coming up, and I'm just thankful that I was blessed to be a part of their experience.
And I know you'll be excited to go watch them in that brand new arena in Austin, Texas for the Longhorns. Yeah. Who for you in this game, among these players, who are you most excited to see play? Because I know you don't get to see everybody in the year. Who are you excited to see actually in person?
Right. Kaya Wynn, she's special. Tiara Simon the other day in practice, she was making some moves. And Elisa Blanton from Foster. Those kids can go. There's a lot of talent out here. Honestly, I'm excited just to be a fan, for once, and not have to, coach against these kids and try to figure out how to stop them. I just get to sit back and watch them do their thing.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, Coach, we'll let you go enjoy this game. Thank you for all that you do for high school basketball, and then also as president of the Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association, thank you for... ready to rock and roll here from Fort Bend ISD's Hobson Fieldhouse. Let's introduce you to this afternoon's starting five for both of these teams. So we'll go with the blue team first. Starting five, here they are for the blue team this afternoon. Danae Williams out of Shadow Creek, the 5'2" guard. Kendall Hunter, the 5'9" guard out of Side Creek. Haley Brown, the shooting guard, 5'7" out of Klein Kane. Ashlyn Jones, the 6'4" out of Klein Oak. And then Asia Broughton, the 6' power forward out of Cy Ridge. That's the starting five for this afternoon's blue team. Let's go over to the white team now. There's Rory Harmon, the 5'6" point guard going to the University of Texas. Brianna Peguero heading 5'6" Jersey Village star. Breon White heading to the University of Oklahoma, the 6' forward. Taylor Jackson, she'll wear number 30 in this game, 6'3" post. And then Alicia Blanton, the 5'10" forward, she'll wear number 45 in this game. That's the starting five for Team White. It's Harmon, Peguero, White, Jackson, and Blanton. So we are moments away from getting this one going. We are very excited here at VYPE Media to be broadcasting the 2021 Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association All-Star Game this afternoon. It should be a really good one. Your officials for this game come out of the Rice Belt chapter. Trey Cassidy, Will Taville, and Kara Crossett will be your referees this afternoon for the 2021 Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association All-Star Game. Of course, your blue team is coached by Melissa Fields of Klein Kane. She was honored before the game. And then your white team is coached by LaToya Mishaw Giles of Shadow Creek. So we are moments away from getting going as the blue team makes their way out. White team will make their way out onto the court. It's funny because it's an all-star game and it's all smiles and everybody's ready to go. I'm used to seeing them in their regular high school jerseys and uniforms, so I'm going to have to get used to seeing what numbers they're wearing for this game this afternoon. Getting ready to go. And tip-off this afternoon as we get going. Here we go. Danae Williams brings it up the court. Off to Kendall Hunter. Crosses it over. Rory Harmon, her teammate, guarding her as they continue to switch over. Haley Brown with the ball. That's stolen away by the white team. Bringing it up court, spinning around and getting fouled on the shot is Breon White of Shadow Creek. So shooting two will be Breon White. First one is up and off the back of the rim. Breon White, of course, from Shadow Creek High School, heading to the University of Oklahoma. Second one is up, bounces off the front of the rim, and is in. So the first points go to Team Blue, who will be the home team today. I think the only time they probably guarded each other is in practice. It has to be. So he gives it off to Asia Broughton. Broughton fires a three, no good off the back. But how excited are y'all to host it here?
Yeah, we are very excited to offer, Fort Bend ISD for the hosting site for this. This is great for girls basketball, great for our district, and happy to have a lot of this talent here, and happy that our two coaches are representing us with Melissa Fields and LaToya Mishaw.
Yeah, and you've got some Ridge Point players in this game. as well. A couple Ridgepoint stars. I think Coach Michael Vitek might actually join us on the broadcast here in a little bit. What for you as being a former coach, and I know it wasn't that long ago that you were walking
That's
the
right,
sidelines
yeah.
at Hightower. Now you do have a banner hanging in Hightower High School now. How does that make you feel? Do you enjoy walking in there and looking at the banner every once in a while?
Every once in a while, but it's not about me, Josh. It was definitely about my kids that I coached and my assistants that helped us. So, no, I was very blessed to have that honor from the current Hightower coach that recognized me, and I was appreciative of it.
For you all at Fort Benton ISD, as you look into the next year, let's talk basketball. How do you feel about what y'all have, or how the season went for y'all this year?
Yeah, we were grateful to actually get complete seasons in with our teams, just like every other district was. And like you mentioned earlier, we've got 2 representatives out here today from Ridgepoint, both with Aaliyah Fontenot and Raven Adams. Raven, unfortunately, is injured, so she's not playing this afternoon. But Aaliyah can shoot it from just about anywhere. Once you cross half court, you better guard her. And future is bright in Fort Bend basketball. On the girls' side, especially with Dulles, they've got almost everybody coming back. And then Travis is up and coming, and Elkins is too. And then obviously on the guys' side, we're really deep on the guys' side as well.
Yeah, Dulles Vikings on the girls' side had an amazing season this past year, because over the past couple of seasons, they kept kind of messaging us saying, hey, it's coming, we're gonna have a big season, and finally, boom,
Yeah.
here was the big season.
Yeah, so Coach Simon has done an excellent job with that program over the last 4 or 5 years. And 24-1 during a pandemic is remarkable.
That is very true, and I can't remember who they lost to in the playoffs. I know they got into a good game with Jersey Village at one point.
Yeah, unfortunately they lost to Tompkins,
Yeah.
a talented first place seed over out in Katy. But that was a heck of a game, and just any experience that Dulles team got this year was good.
Yeah, so Dulles will be a team to watch, of course, on the guys' side. Fort Bend Hightower, Bryce Griggs is one of the kind of premier basketball players in the city of Houston for next year's class. So a lot of talent to come.
Absolutely.
Oh my! Taylor Jackson just that was like a high school prom rejection right
That
there.
was, for sure.
That was rough.
That was a promposal that went wrong.
I've never seen one of those go wrong. I've always seen them go good, because it's always at a sporting event that I'm at somehow.
Well, and you would hope if once they make the poster that they're going to say yes, but who knows?
You hope so. You hope so for the sake of the kid that made the poster. When you see this much talent on a court, are you like, does the coach come out in you and you're like, man,
yeah.
I'd love to have this much talent in one team?
Absolutely. This is a dream come true for these coaches, and I actually talked to both of the All-Star coaches because I was fortunate enough to coach it a couple years ago, and it's kind of just one of those things where you get out of the way, Josh, and let the girls, their God-given talents take the lead. So
there's not a lot of writing on the
I wouldn't,
whiteboard.
No, I wouldn't get in the way. Sometimes the best coaches get out of the way.
Just sit there and talk about these two coaches. I mean, Coach Fields, the career that she has had, she finishes at Klein Cain. She started this organization 19 years ago. I mean, what has been her impact to women's basketball in the greater Houston area?
Yeah, so the really great thing about Melissa Fields is, well, first of all, she's a great person. Outstanding ambassador for Houston girls basketball to start this organization. And actually, when I played basketball at Clements as a player, Melissa Fields was the head coach at Terry High School, and then went and opened up the new school at Klein Cain, and full circle moment for her in this organization. But she is an outstanding person, and I wish her the best of luck in retirement.
And then on the other side, Latoya Mishaw, she's kind of young in her coaching career, Shadow Creek. Of course, we all know about her lineage with her dad playing for Phi Slamma Jamma, and she went on to play at Texas A&M and all that stuff. And, she's put together, Shadow Creek has been a really good women's basketball team. They've got 2 players in this game today. One of them's going to the University of Oklahoma, so she's done a great job at Shadow Creek.
Yeah, she truly has. She's, don't forget where she started, though, Josh. She started at Elkins, Fort Bend Elkins.
Okay.
So I got to put that plug in there for my Fort Bend people. But yeah, she has done a great job at Shadow Creek, and when I was over at Hightower, we had some great battles with her, and she's doing an outstanding job at Shadow Creek, and Alvin's lucky to have her.
Kaya Wynn, who I've talked to a few coaches, she's the one that everyone was most excited about. I think she averaged like 29 points a game this season for Foster.
She's a talented kid and wingspan, and her build. She's going to do Tennessee's getting a great one in her.
Brianna Perguero comes
We're
up,
lucky
and
we
that's
just got to have her senior year here in Houston.
yeah, I know. It's like oh, by the way, Foster and I think Coach Savitra Smith is going to join us in a little bit. And because I texted her back in the offseason when I had kind of seen some stuff, I'm like, "Are you getting a player that's committed to Tennessee?" And she's like, "Yes,
Yeah,
I am."
Somebody went to church on Sunday and prayed for a move-in. Yeah, that is a heck of a senior move-in, and I heard
The ball stays down on that side of the court. Great venue here in Hobson Fieldhouse at Fort Bend ISD. I mean, couldn't have asked for a better venue. I mean, the fans have filled in nicely behind us. Actually, a pretty good crowd for a Saturday afternoon.
it is a great
All-Star game.
crowd over here to come out and support these girls.
Long three there, and I love All-Star Game because there's so many smiles and laughs that happening on the court right now. Like, you want to win the game, but I mean, at the end of the day, these are all like best friends playing with each other.
They are. They were doing their TikTok videos ahead of the game and in multiple uniforms, and so they're excited to be out here, and we're happy to have them.
It's just funny how much social media has evolved over the years. As that one misses, Kaylee Perkins goes up for the rebound, comes back down, and can't get it. Back and forth they go. TikTok has become a big thing. It's a big thing with the athletes.
It has
The
back
5
and forth.
lead.
The pace has picked up a little bit.
They wanna win this game now.
They do.
Now it's turned up. It's gotten real.
Yeah.
I don't know if someone said something or someone saw someone's pregame TikTok and was like some trash, some TikTok trash.
Some TikTok
talking.
trash. We got to make that a thing.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not. 3 ball on the way, off the back of the rim. No good by Crystal Smith. Crystal Smith, I got to see her in the playoffs, and I mean, there's a reason she was a McDonald's All-American finalist.
Absolutely. She can play.
Tompkins had a great year.
Tompkins had a great year. She does a good job with them over there.
Yeah, they made a nice run this year. Long three, and
Yeah, she can shoot
bang! Najaya Johnson from College State, Amber Williams from Cy Springs showing out to end the first quarter, 11-8. Blue team leads. Well, Coach, I mean, you always be Coach.
I hope so.
You always be Coach.
I hope so. But Josh, let me just say this before we sign off. I appreciate you coming out here today to Fort Bend and covering women's basketball. And we appreciate all that VYPE does. And we look forward to our partnership together.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Appreciate the time with Deborah Mize, the assistant AD here in Fort Bend ISD. A lot of exciting things coming with VYPE and Fort Bend ISD in the next few months. More to come. Stay tuned on that. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more All-Star action here on VYPE Media.
Vlog number one. Well, first off, thank you for being here. Jordan Battles leaps over the defender.
Crosby's second state championship appearance.
Baytown, Texas for the 51st time.
Back underway here, playing 10-minute quarters here in this All-Star game. Joshua Cook, along with Josh W. Wack producing this. By the way, you can't see him on camera, but he is rocking that Dallas Cowboys mask NFL draft going on right now. A lot of Houston kids, 7 Houston area kids being taken in the NFL draft this year. Talking about another draft, WNBA draft as well.
Coach, how are you?
All right, back underway here. Got a lot of guests coming in. So many guest appearances. Coach Savitra Williams Smith of Foster High School. Coach, I mean, how's it going? Enjoying some All-Star Game basketball?
Hey, today's been great. You know, it's really good to see these kids. This is a talented bunch of kids coming out today, and this is some good basketball. It's good to see.
2 of those kids are yours. Kaya Wynn, you got to see her. I've talked to a lot of coaches, and they're like, man, we want to see Kaya Wynn. We want to see a guy. I mean, was she as advertised when she showed up in the summer and how she played this season?
Oh, man, Kaya is Man, she's a phenomenal ball player, and she's really exciting to watch. So she's definitely all that. She's definitely all that. I guess we can say she's cracked up to be. Just phenomenal skill set. Exciting to watch and coach.
The other girl that you have here is Alicia Blanton, and I read her liner. I mean, she does everything. Would you want to just take her in a lab, clone her, and get like 5 more of her?
Oh man, physique. If you just look at her physique, she can jump, she's quick, she can run, she can shoot. She can do everything. Again, like that phenomenal athlete.
There's Gracelyn Alvarez firing away. I mean, as a coach, how much fun do you have watching this much talent on the court at one time?
It's like I'm like a kid in a candy shop right now, just seeing these kids play. They make you want to lace your shoes up and get on the court yourself, but then you remember that, you can't do that anymore.
Talk about the season Foster had. You all had a great season this past year. Just talk about that. What are your biggest takeaways, and then how much are you looking forward to next year?
I really enjoyed this season. I think I had more fun at practice than anything. Just watching these kids grow and just seeing the development of these kids come to life. Great season. Of course it ended way shorter than we wanted it to, but the takeaway is, enjoy every moment. Don't take any moment for granted.
So talk about some of these players you're getting to watch today. But besides Kaya Wynn and Alicia Blanton, who are you most excited to see in this game?
Oh man, Rory Harmon. I've been Rory. We played Cy Creek Rory's freshman year, and this freshman gave us so many problems. I hadn't been able to witness that in a long time since college basketball. But Rory, she was shooting from half court. And then if we tightened up on her, she was going around us, and then she was rebounding over us as a freshman. So it's exciting to see Rory. It's exciting to see Taylor. And then it's also exciting to see White from Shadow Creek. I've also been able to watch her develop and play her over the years. So just some good basketball going on today.
What's funny about an all-star game is it can go one of two ways, and probably some of these players are taking some shots that they wouldn't normally take, like in a regular game, that make a coach go crazy. How much fun is it just to see them having fun in the past year that we've had, where everything has been so tight and restrictive and everything, just to see them have fun?
Yeah, it feels good. That's what I told my girls. I said, hey, listen, go out and have fun. Don't worry about mistakes. Go out and and I want you guys to get that feeling that made you want to play basketball in the beginning. Come out here and don't take it too serious. Just have some fun.
Yeah, they're having fun. The white team, leading Team Blue 15-13. Kind of Team Blue, Coach Fields' team got off to an early 9-3 start, as Kendall Hunter doing what she does, driving it all the way in and off the glass to tie this one at 15. I mean, Coach, you look at this roster. You got 2 girls going to Texas, 2 girls going to Oklahoma, 2 girls going to ULL. I mean, I think Coach Alexander was telling me, I think only 3 of these girls on this entire roster for both teams aren't committed to go play college basketball. That tells you the talent in the city of Houston.
Right, man, Houston, I would put Houston up against anybody. We have some serious talent. Again, this group right here, not only are they talented, they have a lot of heart. If you watch these girls play throughout the year, they're playing with heart. They're playing with dog mentality, and that's what basketball is all about, in my opinion. You go out and you grind, you give it your all, and they happen to have the skill set to make it interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that, because a lot of these girls being, seniors this year probably aren't as big into the AAU. I mean, they're not doing AAU stuff right now, so this is probably the first time that they've played competitively in maybe a few months, so they had to knock a little of their rust off from during practice earlier this week.
Definitely. There was a time I was reading an article maybe 2 days ago about the street ball, pickup basketball.
Yeah.
In my era, we found parks. There were parks. So these kids, AAU kind of picked up that void. So they aren't playing AAU, they aren't really playing raw. I talk to Iman, I'm in her ear every single day encouraging her about, it's your time. Michaela's gone, Alicia's gone, Charlene's gone, Kaya's gone. Now it's all on you. We've been waiting on you. We've been prepping you to lead us, and now it's your turn. So, man, Imani is exciting. to watch and coach. And the crazy thing is, we haven't seen the best of you guys. Haven't seen the best of her on the playing field. I coach her every day, so I see it. When you guys start to see what I see, you guys will know we're still alive.
Well, I can guarantee you when my email comes through, coming about November or so, when that email comes for that the VYPE photo shoot, Amani Ivory will be on that list. No worries, Coach. I got you taken care of. Foster Women's Basketball. Hey, we appreciate what you do for women's basketball in the city of Houston at Foster High School, and appreciate all you do to help us at VYPE tell the story of women's basketball.
Hey, thank you guys. We appreciate you all, airing and keeping girls basketball alive.
Awesome. That's Coach Savitra Williams-Smith. Coach, appreciate the time. We'll let you go enjoy the game. 4:19 and counting left in this second quarter. 23-19 as Rory Harmon works her way up. A little razzle-dazzle there. And, man, Rory Harmon working. Oh, she gets it taken away. Oh, they're going to fight for it. Here we go. Blue team bringing it the other way. They wanted to travel. The white team wanted to travel. They didn't get it, though. Toss out 3-ball on the way. The blue team, they get the answer. Gia Adams from deep. 23-22 within one. And like I said, the guests just keep rolling in as Ridgepoint coach Michael Vitek has made his way in. Coach, you ready to go? You got the RP pullover?
I'm representing today, yeah, for sure.
Coach, talk about you got two girls in this game. Oh, one girl's hurt, unfortunately. She can't play. It's Raven Adams going to Texas State. Let's talk about her. She deserves a plug here. What kind of player is Texas State going to get?
They're getting a true point guard who has vision like I've never seen on the court. I expect her to contribute right away. She's a coach on the court. 4-year starter for me, played every single game. A wonderful kid.
And then the other one is Aaliyah Fontenot. We talked about her. She hit a big shot earlier in this game heading to Southern University. She was your point guard this past year. Just talk about her.
Aaliyah can light it up from anywhere on the court. I've never coached a kid who had the green light from anywhere, and she has the green light from anywhere. A true scorer. We were never out of a game in 4 years because of that kid.
Now you're like, I have to replace her.
Which is impossible. But we're building again, We're working hard in the off-season. Completely different look. But it's going to be fun for sure. I'm excited.
When you have players like a Fontenot, like a Raven Adams, does that help foster just the culture of working hard and success and stuff in your program? Because they can be the ones you point to and be like, hey, this is how we do things?
Yes, for sure. We don't ever want to talk about what we did last year, but we can look to how we did things last year and the culture of our team and the history.
Big 3-ball there by Nene Williams of Shadow Creek. She's undecided where she's going to go play college ball, but she's going to go some of that. Actually might have been Elia Johnson, College Station, as Taylor Jackson goes in and fights for it. When you were coming to the game, who are you most excited to see?
I was really excited to see Alvarez and Fontenot on the same side because, Alvarez lit us up in our area around playoffs. She had 6 threes, 2 or 3 of them for NBA range, and I hope to see him on the floor at the same time. That kid can shoot it.
There's Rory Harmon firing a 3 off the side of the rim. Teammate Taylor Jackson pokes it away, and another shot there, and Rory comes away with it. And I think it's going to be weird for us. I mean, at VYPE, we've pretty much watched Harmon and Hunter for 4 years now.
Yeah.
What am I going to do next year?
Yeah, it's going to, I was talking to the Clear Creek coach, and I was like, this is the most talent I think we probably had in the city, and as long as I've coached basketball, this is my 16th year. I've never seen this much talent on the court at one time.
You go down the list, and a big shot there from Tierra Simon from Heights going to Prairie View A&M. Everybody on this team pretty much is going to go play college basketball.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a lot of talent.
As you reflect on your season that y'all had this year, what's your biggest takeaway? Because I know coaches, initially you have the thoughts, but then a few months later you have time to reflect.
I appreciate
against McDonald's All-American finalists, and then up to Taylor Jackson, couldn't finish. That was a side creek to side creek connection, and then they're fighting for the ball. These girls won it.
They're intense. I was surprised in the first quarter how chippy it was getting. I was like, ooh, this isn't just for fun.
There's some bragging rights.
For sure.
There's some bragging rights on this.
I love it.
Well, because what's interesting, too, is, you have girls from the same team, but they're on different teams.
Yeah, and they scrimmaged against each other, but never in this kind of situation.
Yeah. All the way up, trying to chase that down is Nelia Johnson, who's going to Texas A&M, feeds it off to Perkins, going to Oklahoma. I mean, in that statement alone, A&M to Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's crazy. You don't hear that often.
All the way inside, blocked away by Simon, and then follow there. And that'll finish off the first half. 31 for Team Fields, Team Blue, 28 for Team White and Team Mayshaw. I mean, and if you go to the drawing board, as a coach with one of these games, you probably just like go, okay, just keep playing.
Yeah. We may try this, we may try that. This is what we're doing.
Yeah, there's not much quote unquote coaching going on in this game.
Let's get after it.
In Fort Bend ISD, I know women's basketball. It's big in Fort Bend ISD. Just talk about, as the district, how excited are you for the future of women's basketball going into next year?
With the Dulles team that was here last year, they're a younger team, a lot of underclassmen. They're going to be really, really good. There's some turnover going on with coaching in the district too, so you never know who's coming in, what system's going to be ran. And then I have some younger kids coming from middle school who are going to step in and play big roles in the future, I'm hoping for. So, we're always a threat to go all the way. One of us is always a threat to go all the way, so it's exciting.
It's got to be exciting to be in this district because, of that. The competition is just going to be, there every single time.
For sure. I mean, Dulles didn't lose a game until the regional semifinal this past year.
Yep.
And so he has his whole team coming back. It's a tough matchup for anybody, and it's exciting.
For you at Ridgepoint, you mentioned you've been doing this for 16 years. I asked Coach Savitra Williams-Smith from Foster earlier this. What do you enjoy the most about being a coach?
To see kids develop as not only as basketball players but as people. Me personally, when I was in school, I was really quiet and stuff, and I had some teachers that invested time in me. And to see that with my kids, to see them go from quiet, with Raven earlier, they were confident in their skills, but they were quiet individuals. Coming into their senior year, they were leaders. They mentored the younger kids. I have some really smart kids in my program now who also mentor other kids and give them advice on school stuff, on college stuff, on interviews, just a variety of things. Just to see them grow as people, not just players. That's super important to me.
Well, that's awesome. He is Michael Vitek. He is the head coach at Ridgepoint women's basketball. Coach, we can't wait to see what you draw up next year.
Thank you so much.
You got a couple players, and we appreciate everything you do at Ridgepoint and for women's basketball in the city of Houston.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Awesome. We'll take a break here on VYPE as we are at halftime. Team Blue leads Team White in this Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association All-Star Game.
Vlog number one. Field house.
For the past 13 years, VYPE has been the leader in high school sports coverage. From highlights to in-depth interviews to our 4 annual preview magazines and even a coach's show, VYPE does it all. To stay up to date with all the latest happenings in high school sports, follow VYPE Houston on Twitter and Instagram, VYPE Texas on Facebook, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're always just one click away from VYPE.com. We are VYPE, the leader in high school sports, and we will see you at the games.
Vlog number one.
Well, first off, thank you for being here. Jordan battles, leaps over the defender.
Crosby's second state championship appearance.
How does that sound? Well, we are ready for second half action here at Hobson Fieldhouse. Joshua Cook along with Josh W. Whack producing this game. Big thanks to him. Of course, we're on VYPE YouTube and VYPE.com as well, as Team Blue leads this one 31-28 at the half and at the start of the third quarter. All coming the other way, all the way in. A nice shot there by Shanna Petty out of West Side. She's still deciding where she's going to go play college ball. That cuts the lead down to 1 in this all-star game. What a game it's been so far, as a little pressure there at the half court. Fondo feeds it up after the steal all the way in for Brianna Peguero out of Jersey Village, and they all of a sudden have taken the lead. It's a 4-0 run by Team White. Trying to answer was Asia Broughton. Broughton missed it. Of course, her older brother, Vernon Broughton, played at Cy Ridge. He went on to play at the University of Texas. And a big 3-ball hammered home there by Danae Williams, 34-30. There we go. Let's try it now.
Testing.
There we go. We'll get it figured out. It's an all.
And excited to get back with these kids and get some time with them. Our goal was to make it to the playoffs. The kids were disappointed last year that we did not make it to the playoffs. So the kids came in and kind of in a short prep, got ready, and we made it. We lost in the first round of the playoffs to Friendswood, but just really excited for our future. Got five soft juniors coming back. Got the twins. Excited for them. They actually just verbally committed to UMHB last week. And then I've got a couple of other talented juniors that we're excited about next season as well.
So you got a team coming back.
We do.
And I can tell you're excited about this. You're going to be emailing me before the season for that photo shoot, right?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I did see that the Twins, committed to UMHB. That's going to be pretty exciting for your program to have them committed, ready to go.
It is. It's a tribute to them. Those two, I've been around since they were in the 4th grade, and they came to camp, and they've just been determined that this is what they want to do, and they want to play at the next level. During COVID, every day they sent me something that they were doing, some kind of workout. They worked out 5 or 6 days a week the whole time, so it's paid off. I'm excited for them.
And that's what's neat about Crosby. And, Matt Malatesta was asking me, we were talking the other day, and he's always like, Josh, you always like these towns like Crosby and Huffman, and things like this. I was like, yeah, because I'm from a small town. I get it. I get when you're growing up in a small town, like in my small town, Fredericksburg, Texas, which is kind of small. Like, you grow up wanting to be a Battling Billy. That's the only high school. That's what, like, in Crosby, you grow up to be a Crosby Cougar. So for you, like, how neat is it to, I mean, you probably remember these girls as fourth graders at your camp, and now they're college basketball players. And you've had other girls go on to play college basketball. I know Paris Netherly, I think she went to Florida. I think she came back to the University of Houston.
Yes, sir.
Just talk about that part of Crosby, where you really get, it's like a family atmosphere, and you really get to watch these girls grow up.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a 5A high school that's basically a small town, and it's just exciting to see the kids come through. You know, hopefully they start before they get to junior high. We've kind of started a little summer program, and to watch them grow and mature, it's just, you know, it just makes it really neat for our community, for our kids, both the Barrett Station and Crosby side of our community. It's just exciting for them, and neat to see it. It's fun to be a part of it.
And I can tell you this, I came out there when y'all did the state send-off for football. No one does state send-offs like the town of Crosby, Texas. Like, there's like, I rode in the red bus thing that's like an old bus that's got the back cut off, which is not the safest thing to do going down the highway.
Probably not.
But it's really fun. And, I mean, the community of Crosby, they go nuts over Code Red. Like, they were out there. I don't think a business was open while the football team was like, I'm pretty sure like waitresses just walked out and say, you can order your own food. Like, go back there and cook your own food. We're going out here to see Crosby. Like, do you like, is that what you most love about Crosby? It's just the community, and I mean, they rally around this school.
It is, you know, and I've been in some bigger districts. I was here in Fort Bend. You know, I've worked in some smaller districts that just don't have that, you know, that family atmosphere. So Crosby's really unique. You know, a lot of people sometimes, you know, are not happy about being there, but we try to explain to them that there's not any place like it. There's nothing else like it. So it's neat to be a part of. We enjoy that. You're right. The businesses kind of closed down. Everybody has a sign in their yard. And the further we go, the less people are in Crosby. So if robbers want to come, that's the best time to pick, because we're going to be at a ball game.
Turn the last one that leaves Crosby, turn the lights off.
Turn the lights off. That's right.
As a coach watching this game, I mean, this has been a competitive game. I mean, 45-38. I mean, we're rotating in. I mean, how much fun are you having just watching all this talent, I mean, playing in one spot?
It's exciting. You know, I've actually got to do this one time, coach this All-Star game one time. It's just an exciting opportunity. It's great for these kids. It's great for our community, for Houston. It's great for the game of girls basketball. It just shows you the talent that we have in this area.
There's Kaya Wynn turning around jumper. She's going to go to Tennessee, misses it off the back of the board. I mean, you look down, I mean, this list, I mean, you've got girls going to UTEP and Texas and Oklahoma and Rice. I mean, this is a loaded 2021 class.
Yeah. I know that sometimes when we get ready to look at our nominees and to select kids, you're kind of looking at those that are going to some of the bigger universities or going to play. And this one, it was pretty much everybody is going somewhere. There's close to everybody. So it was a neat class to go through and look at their nominations and select.
Yeah, 3-ball on the way as that one rattles in, and getting that one to drop in was Nicole Petrokovich of Oak Ridge. She was the district MVP this past year. She's heading to Tarleton State University, and there's Graceland Alvarez trying to answer back. There's probably some, let's be honest, there's some shots in this game that as a coach, if it was a real game, you'd be like, you're going to come sit down for a minute because we're not doing that.
I might, you're right. But hey, it's an all-star game. Let them play.
Hey, it's a fun all-star game. It's 4 points difference right now with 4:40 and counting to go in this quarter. You know, for you, we've talked over the years. I've known you since about 2015, 2016. I think that's when I started covering Crosby. And I know for you, coaching is just like in your heart and soul. You love coaching. You love working with these girls. You love working with kids. But to the Trotter Crosby Cougars, we're going to have to watch out for that junior class coming back next year. We'll have to see what they can do. And the Twins committed to University, Mary Hardin, Baylor. Get back to the action here. Team White leading this thing 52-45. There's Kaylee Perkins driving it all the way in for Team Blue. Can't get it to roll. Here comes Jessica Lynn the other way for the white team out of Bridgeland. Bounce pass there, inside, right, left-handed layup, up and in. Getting that one to fall is Cadence Glenn of Klein Oak going to Blinn College. That lead extends for Team White. Now 3 on the way for Team Blue. Can't get it to go, bounces over the back of the backboard as firing that one was Crystal Smith out of Tompkins going to Tarleton State. As Graceland Alvarez out of Heights will work it up now. Graceland Alvarez going to UTEP. Really good point guard. Saw her 2 years ago for the first time in a all-star game, or not an all-star game, a VYPE basketball tournament, Holiday Classic. Graceland Alvarez out of Heights High School. She averaged 15.8 points per game this past season. A few of her accolades. She's the ones on the All-State team this year. She was a top 10 finalist for the Coach Anthony Fields Award, which is given to the top women's basketball player in the city of Houston. She's first team All-District the last 4 seasons. And she was Offensive District MVP in the 2017 through 2019 seasons. She was All-VYPE second team last year, and she was All-VYPE third team this season. Crystal Smith now working the ball for not for Tompkins, but from, the no-look pass! Oh my goodness! Somebody call Sports Center. Crystal Smith just no-look past it to teammate Kamari Portales from Magnolia West. She Pat Mahomes it. No-look pass into the paint for the bucket, and then Team White answers on the other end. 56-47, Team White leading this thing. Here comes Smith all the way in. Off the backboard, no good. And they're going to say she stepped out of bounds. Crystal Smith with the no look. My goodness. Well, you can tell why she was a McDonald's All-American finalist out of Tompkins High School. There's Graceland Alvarez firing a 3 off the right rim, no good. Rebound ripped down there. That's blocked away by Tierra Simon of Heights. And she's going to give it and move it. Here they come the other way is the blue team. Losing control, working it around. Some errant passes being made here right now. Back inside to Simon. Simon, step away, step back. That's blocked by Gabrielle Huter of Magnolia. It'll stay with Crystal Smith. Smith works it to her left, brings it to the right, jump steps, and that's taken away, and a shot up in the air. Foul is called against Graceland Alvarez. And heading to the line, I think is going to be Tierra Simon, I believe. Well, no. No, it's Crystal Smith. Crystal Smith is going to head to the line to shoot 2. First one off the back of the rim, no good. Crystal Smith out of Tompkins High School, like we said, going to Tarleton State. She averaged 12.5 points per game this season. She was the district MVP, first team All-District, TABC All-Region, McDonald's All-American nominee this past season. And there again, Cadence Glenn. Glenn making it work for Team White. And then the other way, Tierra Simon gets that blocked away from behind by Graceland Alvarez, but last touched by Team Blue. Well, 1:13 left to go in this third quarter. And there's Glenn once again. Stop. Cadence Glenn with like 3 straight buckets now. 6 points for her over the last few minutes. And that Team White continues to extend the lead. 60-47. Now Alvarez behind the back. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound ripped down by Kaylee Perkins. Perkins going to bring it up. She plays at Lingham Creek High School. 46 seconds and counting. Perkins going to fire a 3 herself. On the way. Oh, the Boomer Sooner can't get it to falls and rattles in and out. Rebound ripped down by Bridgeland's Jessica Lynn. Now Glenn, once again, sends it. 3 ball. On the way. Bang! Gabrielle Huter of Magnolia buries a corner 3. It has been all Team Mishaw in this third quarter. Crystal Smith working it. 3 on the way. No good off the back of the rim. Cadence Glenn brings down the rebound. Glenn looking up court. All smiles for the Klein Oak product. Oh, that might be a backcourt violation. I don't know. It's stolen away. And the up and in is good for Kamari Portales of Magnolia West going to UTPB. Oh, off the back of the rim at the buzzer to end quarter number 3. Team White leading this thing 63-49. What a fast-paced third quarter that was. We'll play one more quarter in this all-star game, as we will go to the court now for the scholarship presentation. GBA gives out scholarships every year. There's 6 scholarships given out, and we'll turn over to Jennifer Alexander.
Congratulations, Caitlin. Congratulations, Caitlin. Next up, SA scholarship, Cameron Cook, Maryland.
So there are your 6 scholarship recipients. They get to give out 6 scholarships every year. Jennifer Alexander posing a picture with those 2 of the players in the game today. Robin Whitehead of Atascocita receiving one of those scholarships. She receives the Trisha Mines Scholarship, which of course is named after the late New Caney high school coach who lost her battle with cancer last year, unfortunately. And then the other one was Haley Perkins of Klein Kane. She received one of the scholarships as well. Joshua Cook back here at Hobson Fieldhouse. We're having a lot of fun this Saturday afternoon here on VYPE. Josh W. along the way, producing, rocking and rolling. He's the man in the myth, the legend, made all these awesome graphics and pushes all the cool buttons and stuff. I don't know. He doesn't let me touch the buttons, though. They're cool buttons. There's like colors and stuff. I can't touch them. 63-49, Team White leads Team Blue. Got 1 quarter to go as Kaya Wynn steps and gets it in. Kaya Wynn rocking those bright green shoes, the Tennessee signee. Looking good on that move. She was amazing for Foster this season, averaging 29 points a game. There's Rory Harmon. Harmon feeds it out. Right-handed layup, no good. There she tried to get it up to Amber Williams. Williams will back it up for Cy Springs for the white team as Harmon fires it away. Can't get it to go. Rebound ripped down again, and that one up and in for Breon White. White, of course, going to Oklahoma. She actually had custom shoes made for the VYPE photo shoot this year with Bree mode put on them. That's what her nickname is. And she had custom shoes made for the VYPE photo shoot. Do you think people get excited about the VYPE photo shoot? She had custom shoes made. I'm just saying. Up and in, 65-53. A fight for the ball there. And it's like foul's going to be called. I think they're going to call a foul on Jessica Lynn of Bridgeland, maybe? Nope. They're going to call it on the blue team. They're going to call it on Kaya Wynn, actually. Now Williams fires a three, misses everything. Asia Brodden, brings it down. Brodden from Cy Ridge High School feeds it up to Wynn. Wynn, step back. Floater, no good. Rebound falls to Williams of Cy Springs. Williams over the shoulder, shoots it there as gets up to Brianna Peguero. Inside to Peguero again. That's taken away by Kendall Hunter. Hunter bringing it the other way. Behind the back. Fire. The three on the way. No good. Rebound ripped down by Rory Harmon. Harmon and Hunter, of course, going to be teammates at the University of Texas next year as Harmon all the way in, tries to go coast to coast. Hunter tried to poke it away in a friendly battle there. Now Hunter going to go the other way. Hunter all the way up and in. Kendall Hunter with the basket there. The future Texas Longhorn gets it to go. Peguero tries to answer on the other end for the white team. Misses everything on that shot. Rebound brought down by Asia Brodden. Brodden tosses it the other way. That's picked off by Rory Harmon. Harmon brings it the other way. Gonna get it into Breon White. White up and in for the Shadow Creek Star. Heading to Oklahoma, scores again. That lead for the white team cut down to 12. Can Team Blue make a run here? Hunter, a three on the way. Bang! Kendall Hunter finding the bottom of the net. Cuts that lead down to 9 with 7:42 to go in this game. Peguero the other way, fouled on the way in by Kaya Wynn. So Peguero will go to the line. Seven and a half minutes left to go in this game. As Peguero's first shot up and no good. Latoya Mishaw cheering her on from the bench. Great crowd this afternoon here in Hobson Fieldhouse. Mentioned that earlier as Peguero gets that one to drop back up to a 10-point advantage for Team White. And moving screen going to be called, violation going to be called against Team Blue. I think they're going to get Asia Brodden for that. Rory Harmon working her way all the way in. Razzle dazzle off the glass, no good. Harmon gets back right in the face of Kaya Wynn. Harmon is a defensive mastermind, and she is just so in your face, and we saw that throughout the season. Nobody could really get past her. And she continuously just kind of pokes and pokes and pokes until she gets that ball to come loose. As Kendall Hunter, her teammate, will go to the line for Team Blue to try to cut into this lead again. First free throw up and no good off the front of the rim. Kendall rocking some cool red shoes with a like blue and yellow going on it. It's pretty cool. Her and Harmon are actually wearing the same shoes. So they are matching on these awesome kicks that they have here for the All-Star game. Peguero feeds it up to Harmon. Harmon stops, fires, can't get that one to go. Rebound ripped down by Brodden. Brodden has been a rebound machine in this game as Amber Williams is able to take it away. Alicia Bland feeds it up to Peguero, and Peguero misses that shot as Harmon comes down with it now. Peguero feeds it inside off of Blanton. Is going to go back to the blue team. So a 9-point advantage for team for a second. That time was Nia Johnson missing that one. She played at Clear Springs for her high school career. As good hustle there. Jessica Lynn feeds it up and gets that one to fall as Elia Ellis of Clear Creek. She's headed to Florida A&M University. It's an 11-point advantage still for Team White here with just over 5 minutes to go. Crystal Smith tries to cut into that lead for Team Blue, but just misses the basket there. An 11-point advantage with 5 minutes to go. As Aaliyah Fontenot works her way up. Right-handed floater, no good. Rebound ripped down there by Nia Johnson. Johnson feeds it up all the way in. The other way, being blocked there was Danae Williams. As that was like two different players in there all at once. Danae Williams trying to get to the basket. Just couldn't get there in time. So Nicole Petrokovich of Oak Ridge will inbound the ball. Can't get it to Crystal Smith cleanly. And, oh, it's going to go back to Team White, actually. Inbound by Abby Bala of Cinco Ranch. She's heading to the University of Missouri Western State as they get it up to Jessica Lynn. Lynn is fouled. There's a good jump stop. Caught Nia Johnson in midair, who's going to Abilene Christian University. So we'll have an inbounds play here. Bridgeland's Jessica Lynn will inbound it underneath the basket. All smiles and chuckles and laughs here in this all-star game as these high schoolers get to play one last time against each other as high school kids. Graduation here at the end of this month, and then a lot of these young ladies will be on their way to their respective colleges to start their summer training program, summer classes, to get acclimated and ready for their first collegiate seasons. As Jessica Lynn hits the back end of that free throw set. Ashlyn Jones of Klein Oak working the ball, works it all the way in, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound ripped down there by Nia Johnson, kicks out to Crystal Smith. Smith gets it back to Danae Williams. Williams fires the three on the way. Bang for the Shadow Creek Shark. Back under a 10-point lead. It's a 9-point lead for Team White. Fontenot driving all the way in, right-handed floater, no good. Rebound ripped down there by Johnson. Now can Team Blue take advantage of this as Crystal Smith comes away with it. Smith working, weaving her way through defenders. Smith loses it for a second. Crystal Smith lost the ball. It's picked up on the other end by Aliyah Ellis. Ellis feeds it up to Abby Bala. Bala to Lynn. Lynn can't get it to go. And a whistle blows as I think a foul or a substitution is about to happen. It'll be a mass substitution, maybe for the last time, as both teams make mass substitutions here. Looks like for Team White, looks like Alvarez is into the game, Huter, Glenn, trying to see who else. Jackson is into the game as well for Team White. Team Blue also made some changes as point guard running it all the way in there is Kamari Partalis of Magnolia West, heading to University of Texas Permian Basin next year. As Gracelyn Alvarez works it up, Alvarez kicks it over to Jackson. Jackson in the corner. Jackson going to drive the baseline. Double teamed underneath. Jackson puts it up. Taylor Jackson can't get the shot to go, but she's going to get some free throws. She is undecided right now where she's going to play college basketball. But I can tell you, somebody is going to get a really good player in Taylor Jackson. She plays really well down in the paint. Big body, not going to really go mess with her. And she's kind of like, she was kind of like the mother hen of that Side Creek team this year. Like when somebody would mess with Kendall Rory, she'd like step in and like put a stop to it. First shot is up and good for Taylor Jackson. Can't get that one to go. Rebound ripped down there by shot there by Nalia Johnson is missed for the blue team, so Gracelyn Alvarez will come away with it. Heights High School with two players in this game. Robin Whitehead the other way tries to get fancy, is fouled on the way, so the Atascocita product will get to go to the line and shoot two. Robin Whitehead, of course, heading to Rice University. First shot is up and good. Robin Whitehead was the district newcomer of the year back in 2018-19. She was in this last season. She was first team all district, TABC all region, TABC all region, TABC academic all state, TGCA all state nomination for the Eagles. Tierra Simon working around trying to get over Jackson. She's trapped there with 3 different players, throws it out of bounds. And they're going to say Team White member touched it last, and it'll stay with Team Blue. There's Haley Perkins, the Klein Kane product, firing that one in. Now the other way quickly. Robin Whitehead going to go up. Man, she was hit hard. Fields with a minute 15 left to go in this game. Of course, Coach Fields, she's got her Klein Kane staff with her today. Both coaches have broken out the whiteboards at this point, and they're drawing up plays. These teams got together on Monday, one here at Hobson Fieldhouse and another one over at Hightower High School, which is right across the street. And they actually had practice. They practiced on Monday night from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Both of these teams did. And they are legitimately drawing up plays here with a minute 15 to go in this All-Star game. This might be the most exciting finish to a GBA All-Star game ever. President Jennifer Alexander is watching with intensity right now. We still don't know what the overtime rules would be. So blue team will inbound once again. Bertalis is looking. She's looking. It's poked out of bounds by Rory Harmon. And it'll stay with Team Blue. So substitution coming in for the white team now, as Abby Bala of Cinco Ranch is going to check in for Cadence Glenn. Kaya Wynn for Team Blue is getting ready to check in. Substitution not allowed yet. As Bertalis tries to get in, gets into Perkins, and Perkins is fouled on the floor. Foul's going to be called against Peguero as she wrapped around her. Substitution coming in is Kaya Wynn. The Tennessee signee will check in for Haley Perkins. And another timeout is taken on the court. I don't even know if any time has gone off the clock. It's a 6-point lead for Team White over Team Blue with a minute 14, 16 something left in this ball game. And another timeout has been called here with a minute 15 left to go. While we got a chance, big thanks to the Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association for allowing us to, working with us to come in and broadcast this game live this afternoon here at Hobson Fieldhouse at Fort Bend ISD. What a fun afternoon this has been for us. Big thanks to all the sponsors that made this possible. TX Stream, J. Morgan and Associates, East Bay, BSN Sports, All Out Graphics provided the shirts. Rice Belt Officials Chapter are the official officials for this game. As Kendall Hunter fires a three, she thought she was fouled. Gets no call. Joe is on the floor. Rory Harmon, teammate, is over there giving her a hard time. And now substitutions are going to happen again with a minute 9 left to go in this game. Kendall Hunter is still in utter shock that she was not given that foul. As Gracelyn Alvarez will get ready to inbound it for Team White. Alvarez fires it in to Harmon. Harmon guarded by Hunter. Harmon working her way up the court. This is future Texas teammates. One-on-one now. Harmon goes behind the back. Goes to her left. Backs it up. Goes to her right. Still no room. Oh! She almost got her teammate on skates for a second, but couldn't. Couldn't shake Hunter. As now Peguero. Oh! Peguero splits the difference. Now Harmon. Harmon trying to keep the ball away. Team White trying to hold on to this 6-point lead. The Jersey Village star now working her way to her right. Brings it back and she's fouled. Rory Harmon almost had Hunter on skates there for a second. That would have been a highlight of the game. So Jersey Village's Brianna Peguero heads to the line, the guard. who is signed to Trinity Valley Junior College, has a chance to extend this lead for Team White, and she does. Makes it 77-70 with 38 seconds to go. Substitution is coming in for both teams as both coaches continuing to sub out players. So Peguero fires this one. She makes it an 8-point lead. 8-point advantage for Team White with 36 seconds to go. And oh no! Kendall Hunter stepped out of bounds. She was driven out of bounds by her teammate Rory Harmon on the far side of the court. And a turnover, crucial turnover here late in the game as Team White with an 8-point advantage has the ball now. They get it into Harmon. Harmon works it up, trying to get around her teammate. Rory to her left, now back to her right. Backs it up again, 27 seconds and counting. Harmon looking for the exclamation point in this game. Backs it up, drives it into the paint. Kicks it out to Peguero, who's going to be guarded by Hunter now. And Hunter's going to grab onto Peguero's jersey to foul her with 15.6 seconds to go. It looks like Team White, led by LaToya Mishaw, is going to hold on and win this 2021 Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association All-Star Game. First free throw by Peguero is up and good. That makes it 79-70. This is a high-scoring affair. High scoring affair this afternoon. That one's up and good. Makes it 80-70. 10-point advantage for Team White with 15 seconds to go. Long through on the way. That one off the rim. No good. Rebound by Hunter. Hunter fires a three. No good. Oh, they're just looking for the big three balls now. And fired at the buzzer. Oh, they're going to get that one to count. They're going to count that last one. The last one from Ashlyn Jones goes, and that'll be the final score of this All-Star game. Team White 80, Team Blue 72. As LaToya Mishaw's team wins the game, and we will have to see who is going to be named the game MVP as the teams high-five each other. We'll see who it is. We're waiting anticipantly for the All-Star Game MVP. So waiting to see who the MVP of this game is going to be from Jennifer Alexander, the president. Also have some other post-game awards to hand out as well, as both coaches will be honored.
the past 13 years, VYPE has been the leader in high school sports coverage. From highlights to in-depth interviews to our 4 annual preview magazines and even a coach's show, VYPE does it all. To stay up to date with all the latest happenings in high school sports, follow VYPE Houston on Twitter and Instagram, VYPE Texas on Facebook, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're always just one click away from VYPE.com. We are VYPE, the leader in high school sports, and we will see you at the games.
Block number one. Well, first off, thank you for being here. Jordan Battles leaps over the defender.
Crosby's second state championship appearance.
Baytown, Texas for the 51st time.
How does that sound? Post-game coverage of the 2021 Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association All-Star Game continues. Team White wins 80-73. We're now joined by the game MVP, Graceland Alvarez of Heights High School. Graceland, just talk about this event and what was it like to be a part of it?
It was an amazing event. It was exciting to be a part of it my senior, just all the good girls in Houston getting together, playing together, having a fun game. And even better, we came out with the win, and then I got MVP. It was just amazing overall.
Just talk about your high school career. What did Heights High School mean to you and just the success that you had there?
It meant a lot, actually, to go in there and change the program around, make history all 4 years, and I'm just going to miss it. But better things at UTEP.
Yeah, talk about that going to UTEP. What made that program the place for you?
Definitely built a great relationship with the coaching staff and just fell in love with the culture out there. It was amazing.
Over your career, offensive district MVPs. You were the district MVP this past season. All region teams, all state teams. What's your biggest memory? Like, what are you going to walk away with as your favorite memory from Heights?
Definitely just playing with my friends. It was an amazing team, amazing. We made history several times. Just gonna miss playing with them.
What was your favorite part about? Back here at the 2021 Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association All-Star Game, now joined by Coach Fields. Coach, I know your team came up a little short today, but just talk about this experience for you getting to coach in this game as kind of the final hoorah.
Well, I feel very blessed that, first of all, that they did allow me to step in and be a coach, for this game. It definitely was kind of that finale, that come full circle, I guess. And what a joy to see girls basketball in the greater Houston area, grown as much as it has in the last 19 to 20 years. And I hope that, our association that, we started, has certainly helped some of that. But we've got some incredible girls, incredible coaches in Houston. So what a joy it was today to see a lot of talent and a lot of kids going to college to play basketball. So kudos to them, kudos to their coaches.
How much fun did you have just getting to put together this roster and then get to coach one of the teams?
A lot of fun because a lot of these kids I don't get to really see because you get caught in your own little world, and I don't catch a lot of tournaments. See some of these kids, so I told my assistants we're just going to sit back and let them do their thing. We're not going to hold anybody back, and because like I said, there's a lot of talent out there, and they're good and going to UT and all these other places for a reason. So, it was just really good to watch both teams because, like I said, they're just really, really good girls that are out there playing.
You started this association, I think, 19 years ago, 20 years ago, something like that. And you were talking about this being full circle for you. What does it mean to you? What has this association meant to you? What has girls basketball in the city of Houston meant to you?
Well, I came to Houston, and it was like in 2002 when we started. It was my first playoff team at Terry, and I could see the boys had this association, and I kept wondering why the girls didn't. And I've always been one for if the boys had it, why didn't the girls have it? So that's kind of how this whole thing started. And so once we got it started, I guess, like I said, it's been great to see other coaches step up and become the president and grow this, because the stuff that's happening now, we didn't do all this stuff. Of course, we didn't have social media. We didn't have text messaging. We barely had cell phones. Really, this is just really what we're doing now for the girls. It's just incredible. So I'm glad that we were able to get it off the ground, and, what the boys had, the girls got to have too. So, again, I just feel blessed that we do have some coaches that are picking up the slack now. You got to have that progression. Those old coaches are moving out, which is me, and we got some younger coaches that are, stepping in and doing what they should be doing. So it's been good.
Well, Coach Fields, we appreciate everything you've done for girls basketball in the city of Houston. We had a blast getting to broadcast this game today. I think, for me, it's such a fun broadcast because, at the end of the day, winning is good, but it was more fun than anything. So VYPE was really happy to be a part of this. Yeah. And I hope we get to do this for many, many more years to come. Yeah.
Well, it'd been nice to win, but, at the end of the day, we wanted everybody to play, and, everybody is an all-star. So, it was good. It was just a fun day, and thanks to Coach Alexander and her crew. So they put on a very first-class event today. So thank y'all.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate it, Coach. We'll take one more break. We'll come back and wrap it up here from Hobson Fieldhouse in Houston, Texas. Well, that will do it for us this afternoon out here at Hobson Fieldhouse. The 2021 Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association All-Star Game was it was just an awesome event this afternoon put on by GHA-GBA, and we can't thank them enough for allowing us to do this game this afternoon, live broadcasting it on our YouTube page and also on VYPE.com. Big thanks to the GHA-GBA board members. That starts with Lauren Martins, the head coach at Pearland High School. She's the secretary of this organization. Michelle Trotter, she joined us for this broadcast. She's the head coach at Crosby High School. She's the treasurer of GHA-GBA. Then Michael Prejean, He's the head coach at Klein Oak High School. He's the vice president. Of course, Jennifer Alexander, the Cy Creek head coach. She's the president of this organization. She joined us for the pregame as well. Big thanks to both coaches for being gracious with their time, the players as well. Also, Deborah Mize, the assistant AD here in Fort Bend ISD. Big thanks to her for helping us out today and get this broadcast rocking and rolling. What a fun game this was. Grayson Alvarez was the MVP. We got to see talent among talent. And we'll give you one more look at the court as pictures being taken here at Hobson Fieldhouse. Big thanks to everybody that made this production possible. Our cameraman, Josh W., our producer on site here in Houston, Texas. VYPE Media. It was a blast. Joshua Cook, VYPE Media Managing Editor, signing off from the 2021 Greater Houston Area Girls Basketball Association. We can't wait to see you. We'll see you back in 2022, hopefully, back here on VYPE.com as Team White wins this one 80-73. Big thanks to everyone who made this possible. We'll see you next time. Be sure to tune in to VYPE.com. Check us out on social media at VYPE Houston on Twitter and across all our social media platforms for continuous coverage of high school sports. Good night, everybody.